So the requirement here happens to be a creation of a function module in which we are going to give the city as an input. So we are creating a function module, and in this the city has to would be input would be the city of the customer, and that would be the input, and we get the output of customer number, name, ORT01, that's a city, and country. So these have to be displayed when we give a particular city. That's the requirement here. So let's do that now. And for this, the first and foremost thing that we're going to do is we're going to create a structure here, and that would be a global structure that we are going to create here. Global structure in the SE11. So let's create a global structure in SE11, and then we are going to create a function group. Normally we create a function group if it is not there, but we are going to make use of the existing function group which we had created in the earlier project, and then we are going to create a function module in SE37 transaction. Function module in SE37 transaction. So this is in the SE37 transaction. So function group, if we have to create, you'd be creating in SE80 transaction. So this is what we have here. So let us go ahead and create this particular function module. And before the function module, we'll create a structure, and let's create a structure with name ZVA underscore STKNA1. So I'll give it as ZTY TYKNA1. So because I already created a structure with STKNA1, so I'm giving it as TY. TY stands for types, and then we are going to create a function module, and the function module name happens to be ZVA underscore KNA1. Okay, that's it. So this is what we are creating right now, a function module, and we are going to create a program now which consumes this function module, and that happens to be an SE38 transaction. So let's do that now. First we'll create a structure, then we'll make use of that structure in the function module, and we're going to then consume this function module in our program. So let's start doing it now. So in this we are creating a structure here. So the first and foremost is we'll create a structure with 4 fields. So let me show you the 4 fields here. Those happens to be KUNR, land1, name1, and ORT01. So these are the fields that we have. So for that, we'll go for ZVA underscore TYKNA1 and create. This is a structure that we have to create. Say structure, and then we'll create it as customer structure. And here I'm giving it as KUNR, type KUNR, name1, type name1 underscore GP, ORT01, type ORT01 underscore GP, land1, type land1 underscore GP. Save it in the local object, and the package, activate it. This is it. This is done. So we have created a structure called ZVA underscore TYKNA1. This is a structure. And now we would go ahead and create a function module in SE37, which actually has a logic. We'll create it as ZVA KNA1 and create. This happens to be the function group. So as we proposed, we'll take the existing function group, and this is for customer data. Say OK. Now here we'll go ahead with ORT01, type ORT01 underscore GP, and then we have in the export we're defining work area WA KNA1, type ZVA underscore TY KNA1. That's the structure name here. And then we have tables. We'll go for tables and create the internal table as IT KNA1. And we have to give like here. Doesn't accept type here. ZVA underscore TY KNA1. That's it. Enter again. So first time when you enter, it actually give some warning kind of a thing, and if you click it again it accepts. Then we go for source code now. In the source code we'll be writing the logic here. The logic would be select KUNNR name 1 ORT01 land 1 from KName1 into table. What's the table name that we have here? You can pick it up from here. ITKName1, we can pick it up from here. ITKName1 where ORT01 equal to, you can write EQ or equal to symbol, equal to this. We have mentioned the field name as ORT01 only. So equal to ORT0 and this full stop. Then we'll go ahead with loop at IT underscore KNA1 into W underscore KNA1 end loop write W underscore KNA1 hyphen KUNR, not underscore. We have W and WA KName, that's it. WA. So we'll have this as WA KNA1. Name 1 ORT01 land 1. That's it. Yes, that's it. Full stop. This is the function module. So I'll be giving some name here. ELE execute. We don't have any records for this. I'll give it as Valdef. Okay, let me check the records. Okay, so what we do is we give Los Angeles. We do have data for Los Angeles. We have 162 records for Los Angeles. So you can see the list of all the customers who are from Los Angeles. Okay, this is what we have, and we're done with the function module. So what we have to do right now is we have to consume this function module in our program. So let's do that now. So for that, we'll go ahead. Okay, our function module is active now. So we'll go ahead with 38. Here we'll write something like data IT underscore Kenya, right? Standard table of ZVA underscore TY Kenya, W underscore Kenya, right? ZVA underscore TY Kenya. Then we'll go for parameters. P underscore ORT01, type ORT01 underscore GP. That's it. So we'll go ahead. I think work area is not required here at all. Yeah, we don't need work area because the work area is taken care inside the function module. So we just need to click on pattern now, get that ZVA KNA1, and in this we'll go for P underscore OR301. This is something with IT underscore KNA1. That's it. Save, syntax check, activate, execute, and here we write that no, we write the function. Okay, Seattle. So we'll check for Seattle, and these are the records for Seattle. And when I go for Los Angeles, and you get the records for Los Angeles. So now this is what is the project, and for this you can also create transaction code. Let's create a transaction code for this as well, so that end users can actually make use of that, and they can directly log in and get the data from there. And here, as we know, we'll give something like lowercase. So if you write this lowercase, what happens is if you type something in lowercase, it remains as lowercase. So it maintains lowercase. So let's do that now, and we'll go ahead with the transaction code. So we'll go ahead with /o SE93, and here we'll create a ZVA underscore KNA1, create customer data, program and selection screen, say OK. Here we'll go ahead with save it, and then we have the transaction code as ZVA underscore KNA1. Here we have Los Angeles, execute, and you get the data here. And I'll give it as Paris now. For Paris also we are going to get the data, because last time when we were trying to give it, it was getting converted into uppercase, but internally in the table we have records for Paris as rest of all the characters as lowercase. So that's the reason it was not coming at the time. Now it will come. So this is a transaction code, and as we already know, I'll also include this one. So we don't want that name of the city as P underscore ORT0. We have to write it something like instead of P underscore ORT0, we need to write the city name. So for that we need to go for text elements, selection text, and in this we'll go for dictionary, save, activate, and back. So when we execute it, you get city, and so probably the end users will be understanding it better. So when they say ZVA KNA1, they get this screen and they can enter the country city, and then execute, and they get the list of all the customers in that particular city. This is what we have. So this completes our project on function module, which happens to be a simple project. Going forward, we'll be doing a couple of complex projects.